Good afternoon and welcome to Wizards Senior Baseball Field, or John McCarthy. I'm here with Eric White, and we're here for a little bit of Wizards playoff baseball.
Yeah, Division II playoffs open, and the number 10 seeded St. Ray's taking on the number 2 seeded Wizards.
Let's talk about some baseball. Coming in here, I think that West Warwick has had one of their best seasons in years. Right, Division III, they went undefeated. Took a lash whooping from Bishop Hendricken back a couple years ago, which the game we called. Coming into this year, they had a little chip on their shoulders. Had a very devastating playoff loss last year. Coming in this year with the same core of players. Nothing's really changed. It's still, Gallo and Joey in center and right. Mix of a bunch of different players in left. And the same infield, adding a couple players. And most importantly, I think this was the best statistical year for a lot of players. They're having a lot of rises, hitting great. Nick Anderchow, who I'll get to when he gets to his first at-bat. And watching senior night just sees how productive this offense is. I think that, debatably, there's a couple of all-state and all-division talent on this team. And I think Nick Anderchow would be the first one to tell you that he has the front runnings, in my opinion, to be an all-stater for catcher. Between him and the reigning Gatorade Player of the Year, who's kind of having a slump season, Brady Collins from LaSalle. The Duke commit is having a little bit of an upset season than last year, comparative to Nick, who's second in batting average. He's up there in RBIs, slugging. Just had an electrifying year, and his bat led this great offense for the Wizards. To my left, we got a little bit of Kent County and East Greenwich girls softball Division II. John Parenti, John Boots, and Mike Green are over there with the 3-2-1 crew. Someone that frequent flyers here on the West Warwick High School TV channel. And for Kent County, it's a 3-2 lead. And I saw in person and kind of a little bit of the live stream as I was walking away from the stadium. Sophia Morera hit an absolute bomb to left field. Besides that, it's been a little quiet.
Yeah, and we were facing a little bit of a conundrum. Who was going to cover what? But we made sure both games got coverage on TV, got coverage. So that's why we're up here for the 6 o'clock start, and 3-2-1. We'll keep you updated throughout this contest. We'll see who wins there as the Kent County Co-op team of West Warwick and Tollgate starts its playoff run. So we're glad that that we could do that. And one of the things on the commercial break is there's a new commercial, Mike.
Really?
There's a new commercial, yes. Upcoming events on West Warwick TV. So one of those is volleyball. Boys volleyball opened the playoffs on Thursday.
Jimmy Alves just walked in the booth.
Yeah. So their volleyball, boys volleyball opens on Thursday. And then we have class day the very next day on Friday, and graduation on Friday, June 5th. So those are 3 broadcasts that are coming up, and there could be more, depending on how the playoffs go. We're here for as many playoff contests as we can cover.
So the question I wanted to ask, if the boys win, they play on Thursday, are we going to cover that, or are we doing volleyball?
We have to do volleyball, and 3-2-1 we'll probably be covering that, and we'll let everybody know where it's going to be. So we can't be in 2 places at once. Maybe in the future. Oh, and the lineup has been delivered to Mr. Dennis.
Lineup's been the same since day one.
Yeah, that's true. But now you officially have it. So
that's true.
Here we go. And what are you looking for, Mike? West Warwick has had a great season, but they've had, that Division III season. They were undefeated until they lost in the playoffs, and then they ended up losing to Rogers. They've been in the position of being the juggernaut before. So what are you looking for from this squad tonight?
Do the same thing that they did back on May 5th. Give them a 9-1 loss. They hit incredibly against St. Ray's. The offense was on fire. And most of these games that West Warwick has played has been offensive dominance, as I like to call it, from the bats of Nick Anderchow, Anthony Burt, Mason Hunt, Joey Rivera, Luke Gallo. And the last time that the Wizards faced them, it was a blowout. It was a all-domination win. Mike Sabetta was credited with the win. He pitched 4 innings with 3 strikeouts, 1 earned run, and 2 hits. and it was highlighted by a 3-for-3 day, 3 RBIs from Nick Anderchow, who had a triple. Lou Gallo had a triple. Charlie Brown, Joey Rivera, and Nick also had a double. And it was most importantly just a way to capitalize off a great start of the May week. Now looking towards in the bracket, we would play the winners of North Providence and Charo, which as their game goes on, I'll be updating the score as much as I can. And as of right now, it's 1-1 for Charo and North Providence. It's the bottom of the 5th. Wow.
Say that again, Mike?
For Charo and North Providence baseball, which is the people we would play, win or loss, is a 1-1 at the bottom of the 5th. Batter on first, 2 outs.
That's a little bit of a surprise. Charahoe's been blowing teams out of the water all year.
Right, and most of these top-seeded 7-1 are all, 12, 14, 13, and 15-win teams. East Greenwich taking the seed over us was decided by RPI, and North Providence losing their game to Smithfield decided us to take the 2 seed. And if we stayed in the 3 seed, we would have been playing. Yeah, so we would have just been playing Charo. Charo would have been here. Yeah. So 2 different kinds of wins. St. Ray's took a 3-1 win, kind of an upset win against the Pontiac Chieftains for baseball. Let's look over softball. Softball is probably my favorite sport that I like to cover. It's one of the sports that has the biggest momentum shift. I think those girls love to rally. So if Kent County wins, they will go on to play the winners of Lincoln and South Kingstown. That game, if I'm not mistaken, is currently in the works. Lincoln's up 4-3 in the just going into the bottom of the 4th. South Kingstown was in a bases loaded situation. Abby O'Rourke made the last out. And one thing I have to say about Lincoln is that they're the only team I could say D2 that they have 2 all-state talent pitchers between Molly Ganem and Kaylee Gucci who pitch incredibly. And something that I love to see from Lincoln is, they remained 19-1. Obviously didn't finish the undefeated season like Charo in Division 1. They're coming into the playoffs on fire, and they've blown out a lot of teams. They've taken really close wins, and it feels like they've played the clutch of softball or even baseball for both the spring sports.
Looks like we're going to have the national anthem coming up here. Our athletic director, Mr. James Alves, is not going to sing it, but he's putting on a pre-recorded version. So we're going to take a break, and we'll come back here. The Media Broadcasting and Journalism Pathways production of Wizards Baseball.
Welcome to McCarthy Stadium.
And as we took a little short intermission break, as Jimmy Alves played a little bit of a pre-recorded Star Spangled Banner. We're going to get to the lineups here, and for the Wizards, it's been the same. It's going to be Mason Hunt on the mound. Between him and Mike Sabetta, they split a lot of innings. If I'm not mistaken, Mason's going to be in like the 30s, and Mike Sabetta was the leader, and I want to just say above him. Mason Hunt is undefeated at 6-0. He's got a 1.171 ERA. He's appeared 7 times. He saved a game. He's faced a lot of batters. He's faced 111 batters in 28 innings, just over Mike Sabetta with 31 strikeouts. He's walked 8. He's only given up 7 earned runs through a 6-0 undefeated season, and the rest is going to look the same. Nick Anderchild is going to receive the pitches. He's having a great all-state contention kind of year. Batting great, fielding great. At first, it's going to be Logan Fernandez.
And I wonder, Mike, if they're going to try to pitch around Andrew Chow, like other teams have not. But, this being the playoffs, and, John Parenti was saying last time, couldn't figure out why teams are pitching to him.
Yeah, no, that's a good question. And one of the important things that they have to understand is even putting him on base, he's a threat to score a run. Kid's fast. For a catcher, we make a lot of jokes in the baseball fans communities that catchers aren't very fast, but I think that Nick perfectly demonstrates that speed. And we're going to get into here in the first inning. I didn't even get to finish lineups, and I'll do it after the first batter. Coming up to bat for the St. Raphael Academy Rays is going to be Saints. It's going to be number 8, Smith. Civ Smith. Oh, CJ Smith. Let's put an I. It's going to be a high fly ball to center. Joey Rivera getting under it. He's going to call for it, and be a can of corn. Coming up to bat now is number 1, Jacob Berry. He's a center fielder. Sophomore, very young team, not a lot of seniors. Hunt with 0-0. Strike right down the middle. Alan Burt wasn't so generous to provide me with the pocket radar. Would like to see how these pitchers coming in. It's going to be fouled off right to the right field line over our little in-houses over here. Oh, and 2 to Barry. Check swing, and he's going to say no go. I think that was the right call there. Didn't look like he made it over the home plate.
I agree.
It's going to be fouled just past the glove of Logan Fernandez up the right field line. Barry, strikeout. Hunt's going to be awarded with his first strikeout of the day. Coming up to bat now is cleanup batter. Oh, no, not cleanup batter. Gavin Fortes, who's the first baseman, and he is not on the roster. Oh, he's number 34. He's a junior. He's going to hit it to Charlie Brown. Error. Yeah. Charlie Brown, kind of tough play. He fumbles it a little bit. Have a little bit of a break. I'm going to finish up the lineup. So it's going to be Brown at second. Blanco at shortstop. It's going to be Cole Kilduff at fifth, which is he's going to be at third base. Joey Rivera in center. Right field's going to be Luke Gallo. And Adrian Gonzalez is going to be in left field, as Anthony Burt's going to be the DH. And the Wizards are going to get out of the first inning. Impressive defensive stop, and we're going to go into the bottom of the first 0-0.
Going to take a break on the Media Broadcasting and Journalism Pathways production of Wizards Baseball.
And welcome back. We're going to join you here at the bottom of the first, and I'm going to go over the St. Ray's lineup. It's going to be Norman Martell on pitching. He's in receiving. It's going to be Aiden Arroyo. At first, it's going to be Gavin Fortes, who made an out last inning. At second, it's going to be Onassis Serrano. Okay. Pretty interesting name. I'll try not to butcher it. At shortstop, it's going to be C.J. Smith. At third, it's going to be Anthony Nolette. In center, it's going to be Michael Cute. It's a pretty interesting name. Pretty interesting last name.
Is that the end of the lineup?
No. In center is going to be Jacob Berry, and Gene Rosero is going to be in left. And we're going to get right into the action here. Coming up to bat first is Joey Rivera. Joey's had a pretty decent year. He's batting .324 with 22 hits, 14 RBIs, and a triple and 4 doubles. And our AD, Jimmy Alves, just informed me Kent County will take the 3-2 win and go on to face the winners of Lincoln and South Kingstown for girls softball. Joey's going to be up in the count 2-0. 3-0. Joey with 3-0. He's going to take it, and he's going to be walked. Ball 4. Coming up to bat now is our humbled Division I commit to St. John's, but batting DH hasn't got a lot of pitching action this year. Anthony Burr, he's second on the team in batting average at .438 with 21 hits, 7 RBIs, 2 triples, and 5 doubles. And they're going to try to pick an attempt at Rivera. Is no good. Burke's going to see the 0-0. It's going to be low. Burt with 1-0. Low again. Catcher's going to fumble it. Joey's just going to stay. Martell 2-0. Strike 1. Anthony Burt to see the 2-1. It's going to be inside. Controversial strike call. Pretty interesting how they called that a strike, but okay. It's going to be a 2-2 for Burt. No outs. Bottom of the first. Runner on first. Going to be a ball into the opposing batter box. It's going to be a full count for Burt. Burt to see the full count. Ball 4. Joey's just going to take his base. Burt's going to come up. And here comes up the next batter, Nick Anderchow, who's debatably one of the best batters in the state. He's batting .534 with 29 RBIs, 31 hits, 3 homers, 5 triples, 3 doubles, and St. Ray's coach, Thomas Sorrentine's going to go out and give a little visit to Martell. We're going to take a break. Nick Anderchow's going to take some time to clear his head. He's just going to talk. He's not going to pull. Don't see any action in the opposing bullpen. Now we're going to see if they're going to pitch to Nick. And this is the situations Mr. Anderchow loves. No outs. He's got 2 runners on base. Opportunity to put runs up on the board. He loves this. 0-0 to Chow. What a dinger right between the left field gap. He's going to score Joey Rivera. Here comes Anthony Burt. His helmet flying off. He's just going to stay at third. Stand-up double for Nick Anderchow. It's what he loves to do. Another RBI added to it. It's going to be 30 on the season. Coming up to bat cleanup is Mason Hunt. He's the third best batter for the Wizards. He's batting .420, 21 hits, 16 RBIs, 6 doubles, a homer, and a triple. Got an opportunity to put another run up on the board. Wizards lead 1-0. Looks like it was going to hit Hunt, and then it just kind of swerved right onto the plate. Martell's got to get out of this inning badly. No outs. Already down 1. Hunt. You get low. It's going to be a 1-2 count. 1-2 to Hunt. It's going to be low. Comes to 2-2. It's going to be low again. Throws another ball. He'll load the bases for Logan Fernandez to come up and try to put some damage into the score. Martell. Mason Hunt. High fly ball, center field. It's going to be over his head. Here comes Burt. Here comes Anderchow. Mason Hunt's going to stay at second. Almost doesn't get back in time. Clears the bases with a double. St. Rays are in dangerous territory here early on. Is the coach going to walk out and pull him? Now I'm going to guess this is either Mitchell Carvalho or this is Thomas Sorrento. He's going to come out and talk to Martell. Dangerous situation. Mason Hunt had a great ball to center field, right over the center fielder's hand. It looks like, are they going to pull him? And coming into pitch is going to be, if I get a number. It's going to be, I'm assuming this is Gavin Fortes. He's going to come in. It is going to be Gavin Fortes. He's going to substitute in for Martell. I think Martell is going to take his place at first. Would love to know how many games Mr. Fortes has pitched or what his ERA is. I have no stats from St. Rays. And let's get a little bit of a break. I'm going to try to summarize as many games as I can right now. Let's see. So Charahoe and North Providence. North Providence is up 3-1 in the top of the 7th. Yes. It is going to be baseball. Interestingly enough, and as requested, it's going to be a 6-3 win. It's going to be a 6-3 lead for Lincoln. Top of the 6th, South Kingstown's batting. Molly Gam has 67 pitches, 2 strikeouts. And the winner of that will go on to play Kent County. And if the boys clean up here, which I expect they could, they will go on to probably play North Providence. It's pretty close to the end of the game, top of the 7th. Interestingly enough, for our softball viewers at home, Adriana Janonot, who, in my opinion, is probably has the top case to be Gatorade Player of the Year this year, one of the best players in the state and period. Her brother plays for Charahoe, baseball as well. Probably not as good as his sister, but No idea. Now, the big question for me is, what's the idea for St. Ray's here? You know, you're not to the door yet. You got another game if you lose here. Got plenty of innings baseball to play, but I mean, just seeing how the offense is already, the fire started. Nick Energize started that fire. He scored the run. You know, Mason Hunt cleared the bases. Everybody got on base, and then you get on base. Walks happened. And batting now is Logan Fernandez. 0-0. It's going to be a wild pitch. Hunt's going to stay. Michael Cutes just kind of try to make sure that Hunt doesn't advance to third, and another runner right on the corner. It's going to be a 1-0 count. Just joining us, we're in the bottom of the first. Action has happened. Wizards up 3-0. No outs. And they're going to call an interesting call. People to my left very controversially challenging that call. Fernandez, C1-1. It's going to be fouled just behind us. Got a decent little crowd in front of us. A couple of St. Ray's fans. West Warwick stands have a little bit of a student section going. Fernandez 1-2. It's going to be a ball. Fortes 2-2. It's going to be outside. This is not a situation you want to be in if you're a St. Ray's fan, St. Ray's coaching staff, or the players. This is a dangerous situation. Wizards still have their outs left and have a lot of time to make damage. 2-2, 3-2. Fernandez is going to walk. Dangerous. Coming up to bat now is Jair Blanco. Blanco comes into this game batting .214 with 12 hits, 10 RBIs. Hit a homer, 2 doubles, and 2 triples. He's got a great situation to make some damage. I'm going to call time. Fortes is going to step off the mound. See if Jair Blanco can make some damage.
And we're still only in the bottom of the first. It's
Blanco, high fly ball, center field. Is he going to track it? He's going to make the play. 1 out. Great contact by Blanco. He gets it nice and high. It's just center field to track it. Hunt's going to stay where he is. Coming up to bat now is third baseman senior transfer. Wasn't here last year, Cole Kilduff. And formerly he played for the Exeter West Greenwich Knights. And he transferred over to play some Wizards baseball. He's batting .220 with 11 hits and 10 RBIs. Now, the interesting thing to me is he came in and I thought he was going to pitch a lot more. He pitched a lot at EWG, and he really hasn't pitched too much this season. I'm pretty sure he's at 8 or 9 innings. 0-1. High fly ball, left field line. They're going to try to track it. Miscommunication made from St. Ray's, and runners are going to advance. Bases are loaded for Luke Gallo is going to come up, try to make some damage happen. Luke Gallo had a, oh no, it's going to be Charlie Brown, then Luke Gallo. Coming up to bat now is junior second baseman Charlie Brown. He spent his freshman year at Bishop Hendricken and won himself a ring, and then he came last year, played sophomore and junior year for the Wizards. He's batting .240 with 12 hits, 10 RBIs, and 2 doubles. It's going to be a high ball to the opposing batter's box. Gavin Fortes just looks frustrated. Situation you don't really want to be in here. Brown. Single is going to score another run. Here comes Hunt. Here comes Logan Fernandez. Logan Fernandez running. He makes it in. Wizards are going to have a 5-0 lead with 1 out here in the bottom of the first. Go ahead to score some runs. Coming up now is senior Luke Gallo. He had a spectacular hit in the last game that we covered against the Proud Crusaders. And coming in, he's batting a .271, 13 hits, 9 RBIs, and 4 triples. Oh, to Gallo. It's going to be almost a wild pitch that went by. Good way to save it by Michael Cute. Gallo to see the 1-0. It's going to be outside. Jumps, gets ahead of it, stops it from going. Fun fact about Luke Gallo, he was a D2 Lineman of the Year, voted by the Rhode Island High School Football Coaches Association. He was also an All-Stater. He was only a second-team All-Stater for Providence Journal, though. He was a 3-sport athlete this year. He also had a decent run with the boys in basketball. It's kind of like a Dennis Rodman he put in there. He gets rebounds, he fights, cleans it up. 3-0. I'm going to give him 1 strike. It's going to be a 3-1 to Gallo. Just joining us here in the bottom of the first, and things have started to happen. Wizards lead 5-0 with numero uno outs. Gallo 3-1. Check swing. Didn't go, and then give him a ball 4. Bases are going to be loaded again. Get back to the top of the order.
That's the 3rd or 4th walk, I think, for these guys, for St. Ray's. They're not helping themselves.
No, they are not. Joey Rivera walked his last time and was one of the runners that was the runner that scored the first run off the RBI from Nick Anderchow. Ball 1 to Rivera. Just to confirm, Mr. White, that is their 4th walk. They have not struck out 1 batter. Rivera, high, ball 2. Wizards already have 4 hits and 5 RBIs, bottom of the first. Rivera, he's going to take a nice hack at it. It's going to be a 2-1 count, 1 out. Bases are loaded.
And this St. Ray's team is here because they upset
Ponagansett,
you know, and so maybe they're spent at this point.
Strike 2 to Rivera. Gavin Fortes looking to get his first strikeout and 2nd out of the inning to try to get out of this. Fortes 2-2. Fouled off by Rivera. Go over the away fans section. Gavin Fortes is already at 21 pitches, 38 in the inning between him and the other pitcher. And Joey Rivera is going to hit a tough play for the center fielder. He's going to hit it right into the gap. And Kilduff and Brown are going to score. Gallo's going to get to 3rd, and Joey's going to have himself a nice double. And here we go. Mr. Burt. He's been more credited for his at-bats and batting than he has been pitching this year, but he's still been a crazily effective batter. Kid's just an athlete. And fun fact, they were both nominated for the regular season MVP, him and Nick Anderchow, by the Providence Journal. Eric Rubin and Bill Kosh nominated both of them for Division II season MVP. And Burt's going to hit another single. He's going to score Gallo. Here comes Rivera. He's chugging. He's running, and he's going to be there with no problem. This is dangerous. Wizards are going to lead by 9 in the bottom of the first. They could get him out of here quick. Coming up to bat now with a runner on first is best batter in the state. I think between him and Elon Santana. Now the big question is he going to be voted over Brady Collins LaSalle for Gatorade Player of the Year? Brady Collins had a kind of a slump here, and are they pulling another pitcher? And as soon as I can let you know who they just put in, I will. Fortes comes out. You know, Mr. Alves, that's something they need to approve for next year. Is they need to let us know who they're putting in and when it happens, like they do in real TV.
Yeah.
It's going to be Anthony Nolet, number 44.
I mean, you don't want to make a second pitching change in one inning, but I think with the score 9-0, you really don't have a choice.
And that's kind of the thing that sucks about me not having stats. I would know who would have pitched last game, you know, how they would have done, how the batting happened. And Anthony comes in with a very interesting situation ahead of him. Or actually, it could be him or Isaiah Perez. I don't think it is Isaiah Perez, though.
Hey, while we're waiting, while the new pitcher's warming up, just want to give a shout out to our lineup. We got Mike Dennis here doing a great job calling play-by-play, me adding a little bit of color here and there. Zach Ferreira from my media broadcasting class was also in my English class this year. He's on the left field camera. Owen Anderson, the big man with a plan. He is on the right field cam, and we have our pitch cam out in center field. So those are the people who are making it happen behind the scenes.
Jimmy Alves and our scoreboard guy sets out the booth. Anthony comes in with a tough situation. Now the question is, do you pitch Andrew Chow? Do you just let him walk? Is it too far gone where you think that the Wizards could have put up 20 runs, just approaching 10?
Well, law of averages, it's not out of the question. I mean, this is, it got ugly already about 4 runs ago, but we'll see what happens now.
Coming up to bat now is previously mentioned, one of the best batters in the state by average, Mr. Nick Anderchow. And I think that you really can't argue his case for being an all-stater. I mean, he's already nominated for Division II MVP, but it's between him and Brady Collins, and I think the playoffs will determine a lot of that. If they go on to win the chip, if LaSalle and West Warwick win it, I think that he'll give it to whoever played the best in the playoffs. Anderchow, oh, he threw a meatball to Anderchow. Is that going to get out? Center field line. Gone. Nick Anderchow, he's going to give the Wizards an 11-0 win. What a home run just over center field line. See you later. Nick trots the base, and he's going to put up the 11th run. It's getting ugly here for St. Ray's. And that's who we're going to pull for the interview. That question's already been decided. And Nick Anderchow, with that home run, he'll move up to 4, and he will take over playing up second. He'll be second in the state in home runs. And coming up to bat now is going to be cleanup Mason Hunt. Mason really, he doesn't have to do much this at bat. I think that we've seen all we have to see from West Warwick. Mason taking 0 on. And just to notify the viewers, they have to play through 5.5 innings for the mercy rule to go into effect. So this could be ugly the rest of the game. Rich Grenier could try to play some of his underclassmen. Mason Hunt's going to hit a ball into the center left gap. He's going to go for 2. Is he going to run for 3? Nope. Stand-up double. He's going to stay where he is. And coming up to bat now is Logan Fernandez. And he batted just less than like 10 minutes ago. And he walked. So Fernandez see the 0-0. High fly ball center field. Is that going to be another one? No. Almost out for Logan Fernandez. He's in a round to second. It looked like it was gone to me. I think that the St. Ray's defender was going to hit it right over the wall. It's just going to be gone.
Don't get greedy.
Oh, I know Richard Grenier he's smiling ear to ear right now. I'm looking at him to my left. Oh, he's ecstatic. Coming up to bat now, Jair Blanco. He was one of the only outs. He was the only out in this inning. He had a great fly ball to center field. It was caught by the St. Ray's defender. Blanco. Almost hit by pitch right there. Just to update you, the Wizards win here. They will go on to play the defending state championship North Providence varsity Cougars, who won 3-1 against Charo. And if St. Ray loses here, they will go on to play Charo in the losers bracket for a chance to climb their way back up. Blanco 1-1. It's going to be low.
Mike, was that game at North Providence or was that Charo?
It was at North Providence. North Providence was, if I'm not mistaken, they're the 3 seed. We took them over for the 2nd seed. I'll get into a little bit of a more summarization between all the other teams I follow. The Charo Varsity Chargers for D1 softball, who went 20-0 with one of the best pitchers of the state. They beat Pilgrim 2-1 to advance to the 2nd round. Blanco, can of corn play to the second baseman, or the shortstop. And I was just saying, North Kingstown Skippers for softball D1, they beat St. Ray's. St. Ray's beat us last year in the Division II state championship final, led by the ferocious two-way player in Izzy Souza, who had an incredible year last year in Division II. Moved up to D1, facing a little bit tougher competition. She was injured for about 4 or 5 games. And North Kingstown, I said, was going to be one of those kind of underdog teams. Even though they had a light schedule, they were great in the regular season. Coming up to bat now is Kilduff. 0-0. Strike 1 to Kilduff. And Johnston varsity softball beat Ponagansett. Ponagansett was my dark horse pick for a team. They beat us last time they played us. And Kilduff's going to be hit by pitch. He's going to move. No facial emotion from him. He struts it off. Coming up to bat now. We're getting back to the bottom of the order. Charlie Brown's up to bat. 2 outs. I don't think you can be disappointed from Wizards production here. He makes an out here. They've done all they had to do to win the game. They got 11 runs. Huge deficit I had to climb out of. 0-0 to Brown. Low. And they're going to call it a strike. Low strike just by his knees. And LaSalle Academy varsity Rams are taking on a Prout in D1 softball matchup, winning 5-0. 0-1 Brown. High fly ball, center left gap. Center gets to get under it. And we're going to take a quick break here as we get into the intermission at the top of the 2nd. What can I say besides explosive? Nick Anderchow hit an absolute bomb to center field. Everybody else tried to score. And we're going to join you back. Top of the 2nd. Mike Dennis, Eric White, and we're going to take a quick commercial break. And welcome back. We're here at an absolute key point in the game. Wizards need to get through these boring defensive innings. They exploded on offense. Absolutely exploded. And they made a pitching change. Obviously, I thought they were going to, just give Mason on his minimal pitches, get him rested for the rest of the playoffs. Coming in to pitch now is Jackson Hole. Jackson Hole's had productive innings. He comes in with a 2.80 ERA. He's pitched 15 innings. He's struck out 7. He's got one. He had a home run hit off him. I remember that game.
And this is good experience for him. I mean, the games like this, you can play those players who would be your backups against other opponents in the postseason. So it's good to see Jackson Hull in there. Remember my advisory.
Hole 0-0. And for St. Ray's, it's going to be, I can't even tell who it is down there. I'll just look at Game Changer. Hole 0-1. It's going to be number 17, Michael Cute, the catcher, who he just saw a huge scoring performance. Or maybe it's a sub. No, it is Mike Cute. Pretty interesting last name.
I was doubting you there, Michael, for a second, and then I saw last name C-U-T-E. So,
Cute.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if that's how they pronounce it, but we'll see. That's what we're going with.
This got to feel good for Hole's going to get rewarded with his first strikeout of the day. And coming up to bat now for St. Ray's is going to be number 0, Aiden Arroyo, who's the catcher behind the plate. Nick gives him a little sign of respect. Sorry, I'm beating your butt, but this is what's got to happen. Hole with the 0-0. It's going to be fouled off by Cute.
And I've coached with Richard Grenier, the coach of the Wizards, and in another sport, but that's the kind of team he runs. Sportsmanship, respect. He doesn't put up with anything else. So I'm not surprised to see Andrew Chow do that.
Hole 0-1. It's going to be a single right to Charlie Brown, can of corn. Great play. It's got to feel good for West Warwick, especially for Eugene Gallo, who hates private schools, versus Mike Green, who loves private schools. So being a private school, especially in the playoff setting, means a lot to the West Warwick fans. There's a good amount of them. Most of them came over from that softball game. I'm seeing some middle school players to my left, a couple of youth players wearing jerseys. Hole 0-0. Strike 1. For the St. Ray's, it's going to be Owasa Serrano. Sorry if I said the name wrong. Second baseman. Soriano. O2 from Hall. Foul just behind us by the away fan section. And this is a dangerous territory for St. Ray's. West Warwick, I think this is an opportunity to play those underclassmen guys, or you let the upperclassmen stat pad. Brown. Easy play. They're going to get out of the inning. I got to say, there's no such thing as disappointment in this game. This has been incredibly fun to watch here with Eric White. And we're going to take a short break as we come back to the bottom second to see some more explosive offense from West Warwick Wizards. Good afternoon and welcome back to John McCarthy Field here. I'm with Eric White, and he asked me to summarize something for the crowd, so we're gonna Division II softball standings. So, Kent County's win over East Greenwich. They will go on to play the winners of Lincoln and South Kingstown. If South Kingstown wins, they will come to Kent County or the senior softball field at River Point, or we will go to Statesville Elementary School in Lincoln. And they're in the top of the seventh. It's a 6-3 game. South Kingstown is up to bat, and they have 2 outs, a runner on first and a runner up to bat now.
I don't know if you're going to see it yet. I think that's Luke Gallo up at the plate. I think we're going to start to see some, if the game still starts to go the way it's going, we're going to see some of the JV players get a shot soon here, if not starting this inning.
Gallo 1-0. Strike 1. And in the opposing side, Johnson softball beat Ponteganset softball, which Ponteganset was my dark horse pick. And Portsmouth is absolutely crushing Barrington. Here goes Gallo. He's going to hit a can of corn to the second baseman. And Portsmouth is belting Barrington 12-0. And they mercied him. With Becky Rainey going 2 for 3. Brunson went 3 for 3. Mia Ruggieri, who she gave us a little bit of a lashing last time they were here at West Warwick. She had a lot of gas in the tank. To Joey Rivera. They're not making any subs yet. I still see Anthony Burt in the home batting circle. It's going to be a 2-0. And 2-1. In the opposing side of Pod 1 for Division II baseball, East Greenwich is playing Johnson as Middletown is playing Narragansett. I have no idea the updates of those scores, and I will try to figure them out in a break and get back to you guys. But North Providence beats Charo, so they will come here if the game continues to go the way it is, which I highly doubt St. Ray's would come back. High fly ball. St. Ray's dugout. It's going to be a drop. Looking to D1 because why not? Hendricken gave Moses Brown a real lashing, 11-1. Mercied him. Two Rivera. It's going to be swung on to the shortstop. Long play to make. Error made. Are they going to call interference? No. Looks like that he made the error before. So he made the error before Joey got to the base, so they're not going to call runners interference. It looked like it was. Joey's going to give him a fist bump and say, hey, I'm sorry. It happens. Coming up to bat now is Anthony Burt. And Burt hit a single last time up and walked once as well. Now the question is, has the fire died inside of West Warwick, or are they still looking to put up more runs? They're going to get to the point, probably the next inning of batting, to just see subs come in. Burt. Burt, 1-1. Inside, almost hit him. Now, the big question I have is, we're going to see Anthony Burt pitch at some point. I did know that he has inning restrictions on his plate. He also has a slight injury. I have no idea what it is. I haven't asked Alan. And the big thing that we want to see is him pitch. Hopefully, if they make it all the way to Rick in the actual state finals championship bracket, which is a best-of-3 series. He had a no-hitter, if I'm not mistaken, when they had played Rogers a couple years ago in 2023-24 season. Pick attempt, Rivera now.
And we were covering that game, and they got we 10-runned them. West Warwick 10-run them in that game. So it was a 5.5, a 6-inning game. And you hit them.
Burt 2-2. He's going to strike out. Coming up to bat now is the man of the evening, so to speak, Mr. Anichow. Anichow hit an absolute home run bomb right over the center field line last time he was up. Hopefully he doesn't follow the trend of kind of slowing down for the Wizards. They're up. Feels like the momentum isn't there anymore, but maybe Nick can just reignite the spark, get it going again. Anichow 0-0. Up high. It's going to be a 1-0. Ball, no strikes, 2 outs. Wizards lead to 11-0. Bottom of the second. Nothing's really happened this half of the inning for Wizards batting. 1-0. 10. It's going to be a 2-0. High pitch on Anichow. Now, I can't tell if he's trying not to pitch to him or that this pitcher's juice is starting to run out. 2-0. Fouled off. To our left. And Middletown has beaten Narragansett in Pod 1 of Division 2 to move on. Narragansett slides down. Nick Anichow, high fly ball, right field. Gone. See you later. Nick Anichow, 2 home runs. And with that home run, he becomes the state leader, or he ties for first. Technically, since he hit the most recent home run, he is the state leader in home runs. Nick Anichow going to trot, tell the crowd, standing ovation, score 2 more runs. That's 2 for Nick Anichow on the day. And he's trying to cement his case for All-State, and I think that would do it. 2 home runs in the opening round. Who knows how productive he's going to get later into the playoffs against North Providence. That game will be played on Thursday. Oh, to Hunt. Hunt, high fly ball. Going to track. It's going to hit the wall. Looks like it had enough power to go over. Center field's going to throw it into the cutoff man. And like I said, if Nick managed to hit a great hit there, he's just going to reignite the fire and get the runs scored again. It's going to be a 13-0 game, Mr. White. Nick Anichow with 2 home runs.
You had mentioned that maybe this pitcher is, running out of gas. Who else would they have? I mean, I don't know who else they have, but I don't really know if that's the case. He's just running into a really powerful offense here.
Ooh. Almost hit Logan Fernandez square in the head. Logan ducked down a little bit, and the catcher just kind of caught it right behind his head. 1-0 to Fernandez. It's going to be outside. Catcher's going to try to frame it to get a strike. It's going to be a 2-0. 2 outs. 13-0 Wizards. Nick Anichow highlights the night with 2 home runs, 1 to right field and 1 to center. And he will be joining us after the game for an interview. Hopefully. Logan's just kind of nonchalantly stand there, take the first strike of the at-bat. Reg Jackson really don't swing on 3-0s. Fouled off, away dugout. Wonder if someone's went out to go retrieve the Nick Enerchow home run balls. Fernandez is going to hit a ball to the second baseman, and St. Ray's is going to get out of the inning. 13-0 deficit. Nick Enerchow highlights the inning with another home run, and we're going to take a short break and join you at the top of the third. And welcome back here to West Warwick High School TV Media Journalism and Broadcasting Pathways production of Wizards Baseball.
Of Wizards Baseball here at Jack McCarthy Stadium. Wizards beating up on St. Ray's. If this were a boxing match, they would have stopped it a long time ago.
Yeah, they would have been knocked out after the first home run. And hopefully we'll get Nick for a little post-game quick interview.
Yeah.
Send him on his way.
That would be great.
He needs
2 home runs. I mean, I can't remember the last time we covered a game where one player had 2 home runs.
I think Josh Pettis did it once, but we didn't cover that.
Yeah.
Might have been the first time.
Yeah.
It's very possible. Nick is one of the better batters in the last couple years that I've been following and covering sports. 0-1. Logan Fernandez is going to take a little bit of ground ball. He's going to walk and get the out. And making that out for St. Ray's was Norman Martell, who was the first pitcher of record who received the lashings from the West Warwick Bats, so to speak. And coming up to bat now is pitcher Anthony Nolette. Hull. 0-0. Just going to go past Nick. Hull with the 1-0 delivery. It's going to be swung on for the first St. Ray's hit of the game. They get a batter on base. Now, I think that we're not going to see substitutions happen just yet. I think Richard Grenier wants to put the nail in the coffin. He hasn't hammered it down fully and wants to make sure he gets through solid defensive innings and not let them, beat on a JV squad. Still see, Nick Enerchow and all them, Nick Enerchow and Gonzalez and Brown and Blanco and Fernandez out there. It's going to be a 1-0 count. Nick Enerchow pick-off attempt, almost there. Tries to gun him down at first, 2-0. And just to, re-emphasize for our viewers at home, the win here means North Providence will come on Thursday. We will not be covering that game as we will be at Dan Sylvester Gym for a little bit of Wizards boys volleyball. And the girls for Kent County, which is the West Warwick and Tollgate Co-op softball team, will go on to play Lincoln at the Lincoln Elementary School.
What was the final in that one?
Gonna be a 6-3 win.
So will they be on the road?
And yeah, Kent County will be going to Salesville Elementary School in Lincoln. High fly ball hit by number 1 Jacob Berry. It's going to be an error from number 23 Mason Hunt. Moved out to the outfield. And I think this is the time that you can make those mistakes and not feel horrible about yourself, unless you're like a Michael Jordan type that's super competitive. And coming up to bat now is number 5, Gavin Forthez, who got a couple of batters faced at pitcher, Hull. He's going to hit it to Joey Rivera. Joey Rivera's going to track it. Nice play made by Joey Rivera. Wizards are going to go to the bottom of the third for another opportunity to put some runs up on the board. And me and Eric White will join you promptly after a very important commercial break. And as we join you, the bottom of the third, the Wizards lead 13-0 in one of the most dominant offensive performances we've seen all season. Nick Anderchow with 2 home runs, a bunch of triples, doubles, singles hit from the rest of the Wizards lineup, with Mason Hunt having 3 doubles and Nick Anderchow having 1. Nick with the 2 home runs. Kale Koldoff was hit by a pitch that hit him right in the shoulder, almost to the head. And as we come back to resume baseball, it'll be Jair Blanco. Jair Blanco got 2. Jair Blanco got 2 really good contact hits and just made 2 outs. Blanco steps in as kind of the bottom half of the middle of the order. After Blanco will be killed off Brown and then Gallo to revert back to Joey Rivera. Close strike caught in the corner of the plate. Almost hit. Barely evades a ball right to the upper thigh. Very barely, almost hit him. One Blanco. Belted a ball to the left field wall. He's going to get his first hit of the day. He's in a round first, and he's just going to stay. Coming up to bat now is Mr. Kilduff, the transfer from Exeter West Greenwich. He had a okay career here at West Warwick with 3 different varsity sports played. Got a bunch of minutes and basketball, been a starter in baseball, got some innings pitched, and was a starter as a linebacker in football as well. He comes in last just being hit from the same pitcher. Oh, to Kilduff, high fly ball, left center. Center field's gonna get under it. Good contact by Kilduff. Coming up to bat now is Mr. Charlie Brown. Funny enough, when I was in elementary school, I had Charlie Brown and another Charlie B, Mr. Butterfield, in my class, and they had to call them by their middle names. It was kind of funny. I got a laugh out of it. Brown's last time up, he got a hit with 2 RBIs. Brown, center right gap. Here comes Blanco. He's running to get to third. We got runners on the corner, 1 out. Coming up now is senior lefty right fielder, Mr. Gallo. It's kind of funny on the game changer. It says his number is number 89, but he's wearing number 9. And Luke was walked his last time up to bat. Gallo 0-0. Looks like it was strike down the middle. It's just going to come in a little bit high. Umpire's going to shake it off, and he's going to call ball 1. 1-0 Gallo. Looks like it was going to bounce in. Close foul ball call made by the umpire. Looks like it was going to kind of bounce past the left side of the he was going to bounce in fair and then foul, and it was going to roll right down the line. But they make a call and call it a foul ball. That would have scored Blanco and maybe Charlie Brown. 1-1 Gallo. It's going to be low again. Blanco's taking a fierce lead there at third baseline. He's going about halfway to the plate and then just sitting there waiting for the ball to be hit. Two-1 Gallo. Low ball into the dirt. This could be the 5th run of the 5th walk of the game. None last inning though, but all 4 in the bottom of the first. They're gonna call a strike to Gallo. Again, like I said, that Reggie Jackson rule, you don't swing on the. It's gonna be a 3-2 count. Three-two Gallo. High. He's gonna walk. Brown's going to run to the second. Gallo's going to go to first. And we rotate back to the top of the order. Mr. Rivera is coming up to bat. His last time up, he got on base, and he was part of that little entourage that followed Nick Anderchow home. Rivera 0-0. Fouled away to the way stands just behind us. Joey 0-1. Fouled. Goes into the box. Almost hits Eric White in the head.
Get it?
Almost. Goes right through the chicken wire.
I have the ball. Yes, and I'm good. I'm good, thanks.
Oh, that's a souvenir.
Yes.
I don't know if we have to give it back to him. We might have to. Well, I'm going to watch my head now when he's up to bat. Joey Rivera. Fouled. Straight to the center line. Center field's going to catch it. Blanco's going to score. Brown's going to advance. And Luke Gallo's going to stay where he's at.
If my wife was watching, I'm okay. I'm all right.
Coming up to bat now is DH Anthony Burt, who's one of the two nominees for the Division II MVP. Bill Kosh's Division II MVPs. Him and Nick Anderchow, which I think is the appropriate two players to put up there. Burt. Go high. Eric White's a little bit shaken that he almost got defaced by a baseball.
Many of my students are cheering right now.
Burt's going to hit a high fly ball just behind the left side of the press box. And I'm deciding if I should just throw this ball back on the field or not. Give it to a coach.
I think we have to. I think we have to. When you're asking for the Anderchow interview, just have the ball with you. You can have another excuse to go down there. You know, it's like,
Oh, perfect.
hey, there's this ball, and while I'm down here,
Can I get Mr. Anderchow for an interview? He's coming up to bat again, so we could see another home run, possibly. If he hits that, he will be the state leader in home runs. Burt high. 2 outs, 14-0 lead for the Wizards. Wizards fans, I see smiles on faces. I see clapping. I see Principal Dr. Hinson. I saw Mr. Nelson De Silva. Mike Green was here for a little bit. Some of them were at that Kent County and East Greenwich matchup that took place at 4:30.
that Kent County won.
Yes.
Yes.
They'll go on to play Lincoln at Salesville Elementary School. No idea where that is. Anthony Burr with a little single up the right field line. Gallo's going to advance to third. Brown's going to score. And coming up to bat now is Mr. Home Run himself, Nick Anderchow. Now, as of right now, unofficially, he is tied for first in the state in home runs. If I'm not mistaken, the state leader is 5, which is a Division III player. Don't see a lot of St. Ray's to our right. I see a lot of Wizards fans, though. A lot of happy Wizards fans.
I think we have some St. Ray's fans right in front of us, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jair Blanco's dad was talking to one of the dads of the players on the team. One 0 Anderchow. It's going to be 3-0, right? Yeah, we need a new scoreboard. We'll invest some taxpayer dollars into that. Anderchow 3-0. He's going to swing on it. It's going to go right over the head of the shortstop. It's going to be hit into the left and center gap. Nick's just going to stay at first. He's going to score another run. Oh, he's going to go to second off of kind of a miscommunication play from St. Ray's. It's going to be 16-0 Wizards. And it's funny that our scoreboard doesn't even register that they scored 11 runs in the bottom of the first. It only gives you 1. Coming up to bat now, Mr. Cleanup himself, Mason Hunt. And I'm not even going to say what happened. I think that at this point, it's over. 16-0. Eric White's looking bored over there. Almost got hit in the face by a baseball.
Did that come through here? I didn't even see it.
And it went through the chicken wire that's placed to make sure that doesn't happen. We might have to close windows. Wild pitch. It's going to go to the backstop. Anthony Burt's going to stay. Nick Anderchow's going to stay. He's just going to kind of walk back to third. I think that if they were in a close game, Burt takes home and Nick takes third. But, hey, 16-0. Just stay where you are. Let the bat get you in. Hunt. Low ball 1. Now, the one thing I will say is that I think that those 2 homers just kind of solidify his case for first team All-State for the Journal Coach Association. He's there. He was there before this game even started. Kind of it's going to be interesting to see what Brady Collins can do with his bat and see if he can compete, reigning Gatorade Player of the Year in the Duke baseball commit. Try to look at what he did today. Because both of those races are wide open. As a high fly ball, Mason Hunt. And it's going to almost be gone to left field there. And we're here at the bottom of the 3rd, going into the top of the 4th. 16-0 Wizards, highlighted by the 2 Nick Anderchow bombs to center and right field. We're going to take a commercial break, and Mike Dennis, Eric White will join you back at the top of the 4th.
And we are back here. Top of the 4th. Wizards up 16-zip.
We on air?
Let me see. No, hold on. Yeah, go ahead.
Hello and welcome
Zach,
back.
you change your battery now.
Hello and welcome back. We're here at the top of the 4th. Wizards have made substitutions and put in some young guys and let them just do their thing. And it's 16-0. Wizards belted St. Ray's. Lucas Martin comes in as the pitcher. He had a great year on JV. If I'm not mistaken, he had a really low ERA. It was like a .52, 16 innings pitched. Didn't really make a huge splash on varsity. Got some reps, but most importantly, he's doing his thing. And Nathan Mansour takes over at first base, and Colin Milburn takes over at second. Blanco and Kilduff still in shortstop and third base, and I'm pretty sure it's still going to be Is that Gallo and Wright? Yes. Gallo, Rivera, and Hunt. Lucas Barnes going to give him the 1-0 pitch. It's going to be fly to center. Wizards get out of this inning very quickly, and if I'm not mistaken, they have this next batting, and then if they get their 3 outs, they have 3 outs to go in the top of the 5th, it's over. And hopefully Nick Anderchow will join us for our postgame. Rich Grenier did say yes.
All right, yeah, we'll get him. So let's go to a quick commercial break here on the Media Broadcasting and Journalism Pathways production of Wizards Baseball.
And welcome back. We're here at the bottom of the 4th. It's 16-0 Wizards against St. Ray's, highlighted by the 2 Nick Anderchow homers. And I looked during break. We went down. I talked to Rich Grenier just before the top of the 4th. He said I could pull Nick. And Brady Collins didn't really have a productive day in the 12-1 win against Smithfield. So right now I would say that Nick is probably the front runner after those 2 homers. And there's nothing really that you can argue against that. And Nate Mansour is going to come in and Mansour. Okay. He's going to come in and take some pitches on varsity. In the dugout, it's going to be 24, James Luna. And this roster is very big for the Wizards. Nate's going to hit his nice little varsity hit for himself into the left field, kind of center left gap, more towards the left side. Coming up bat now is Luna, and the at bat it's going to be Kyle Boyadin, one of the 3 catchers on the roster for the Wizards, between him, Nick, Lucas. Luna 0-0, almost hitting the head. He's going to duck down below it. That's a varsity take from the young freshman. Hear a lot of O's and oohs from next to me and left of me. A lot of people are not happy. Almost hit by 2 pitches. Ball 3. And in Pod 1, the 1-8 seed for Division II baseball, East Greenwich and Johnston. It's an 8-2 game with East Greenwich getting almost awarded with the win. And they would go on to face Middletown on Thursday. So if the Wizards win, they will have to play the Pod 2 championship on Friday if they win against North Providence. And Mr. Luna was almost hit 3 times by a pitch. And coming up bat now is Kyle, who's one of the 3 catchers for Wizards.
And Mike, correct me if I'm wrong, I think St. Ray's will get at least one more chance to bat, right, before the 10-run rule goes into effect at the top of the 5th.
Yeah, they will get another chance to bat. And St. Ray's would go on to play Charahoe, going to Charahoe to play the 6th seed, who lost against North Providence, and we would go on to play North Providence. Kyle, nice hit ball. Foul right. You got to give a lot of props to this JV team. It's very talented. I think that Richard Grenier, or if he steps down, Matthew Grenier, will have a great couple of years of hitters, pitchers, catchers ahead of him. I think that, obviously this year graduating your best pitcher, but you'll have a lot of really good talents next year, which he's trying to kind of work into the rotation with Mike Sabetta, who pitched the second most innings by a 1/10 of an inning. Coming up to bat now is, I think this is, Colin Milburn. Colin Milburn, fun fact about him, he's competing individually in state competitions for swimming. We don't have a swimming team, but he does represent, which is cool.
And he has really improved as a swimmer. I think he placed in a couple of events this year. And his mother does a great job of keeping us at the morning show updated, which is great.
Mr. Milburn has been a 3-year player. I remember when I tried out my freshman year, he was there, and he's been there ever since. Milburn 2-0. Oh, he's going to get walked. It was a 3-0. Coming up to bat now with a bases loaded situation is going to be senior Luke Gallo. They're going to call time. I think that you got to pull him at this point. He's probably in like the 50s.
There have been too many bases loaded situations, I think. And you don't want to make a lot of pitching changes, but, there comes a point of no return,
Yep. And they're going to pull him for, I want to say that's number 9. Leighton Capello is going to be the next pitcher of record for St. Ray's. He's a lefty. A little lefty on lefty action for Mr. Gallo.
You don't see too many left-handed pitchers, especially at the high school level.
It's the rarest position combo. Left-handed catchers. You never see those. Huge disadvantage because they can't really make that, can't easily enough make that third base throw.
Yeah.
And, as we take a kind of short intermission as he gets his warm-ups in, I'm going to try to kind of summarize as many games as I can across the division. So Division I boys baseball, Bishop Hendricken beats Moses Brown, South Kingstown, North Kingstown, that little crosstown rivalry, where Bill Kosh from the Journal's at. They take a 10-3 loss, and South Kingstown moves on, upsetting the 5th seed. Kind of an upset. The LaSalle Academy Rams beat Smithfield to move on, and East Providence and Lincoln is going to play. Is currently playing right now. I have no idea what that score is. Going to move down to Division II. East Greenwich is pretty much beating Johnson. Middletown beat Narragansett in kind of a island matchup, so to speak, 1-0. East Greenwich wins against Johnson. They will go on to play, where Middletown will take a kind of far journey to East Greenwich. Us, we're beating them 16-0. West Oregon St. Ray's. North Providence was a 3-1 win over Charahoe. Charahoe slides down to the loser bracket, where St. Ray's will go to Charahoe if the game keeps going the way it is.
That's an overnight trip by Rhode Island standards. Yeah. Pack your bags.
Gallo, 0-0. Ball high. In Division I for softball, LaSalle beat Prout It was a 9-1 win. LaSalle and Charho are kind of the state favorites right now. And I also want to highlight a team that kind of upset. A team that we saw at senior night, Coventry, was upset by Pilgrim, who had beaten us earlier in the season in Division I softball. Mary McGovern hit an absolute bomb, as well as Maddie Stevens, to kind of give us a, I want to say, morale-lowering loss. I think that, coming to that game, they lost a lot of games in a row. They were at a 6-game losing streak. Lost to Charahoe, lost to Pilgrim, lost to Coventry, Johnston, all these teams that are teams that you want to prove yourself against. Gallo's going to get a ball 4 and walk, and Nate's going to come home and score. It's going to be a 17-0 game. But Charahoe beat Pilgrim. Adriana Janot's got to feel good about getting that win against Pilgrim. She only had 4 strikeouts, but, she only gave up 4 hits on 1 earned run. I mean, very impressive stuff. And Joey Rivera is going to hit a ground ball to short. Almost got 2 for the double play. Joey's going to get there just in time. Gallo's going to be out at second. And I want to say it's Colin Milburn advances with Kyle scoring. And coming up to bat now is number 16, Lucas Martin, who is the pitcher of reference and the record right now, getting some innings on varsity. And they took out Mr. Anderchow, which would have been cool to see him hit another home run. In the on-deck circle is going to be Lucas Satoya, who took over Nick's responsibilities behind the plate. 0-2. And our friends over at 321 Media covered Cranston West and Westerly Division I softball playoffs. Cranston West was one of John's favorites to make the state championship just off the fact that they were so young, and Wesley has a great unit too. But as I'm trying to finish my thought, we're going to take a little commercial break, and we're going to join you in possibly the last defensive stand for the Wizards. St. Ray's has to make up 17 runs to stay in the game, or 7 runs to get out of that mercy rule. Eric White and Mike Dennis. And welcome back. We are here for possibly the last Wizards defensive outing. 3 outs to win, and St. Ray's needs to put up 7 runs right here to stay in the game. They don't put up 7 runs, they lose. Plain and simple. And coming up to bat right now for St. Ray's is Serrano. And as of with the rest of his teammates, he hasn't really been productive. This offense hasn't really been productive. And just to summarize, Cranston West Wesley was not covered by 321 Media. But Cranston West did take a 7-6 victory. Oh, actually, no, they haven't even reported the score. Okay. I don't know where I read that.
Okay. All right, this is the last.
So maybe that game has not been game changed yet, officially started. So.
Oh my God.
Game today. Hell of a game.
And in Division II softball, Johnston beats Pontigan to advance. Portsmouth beats Barrington 12-0 after taking a 15-5 loss. Serrano's going to foul it to right field territory. Nice high fly ball. Kent County beats East Greenwich in a very close 3-2 game. Sophia Morera probably hit the home run that set the game up to win. Lincoln beats South Kingstown, and Kent County's going to have a nice trip to go to Salesville Elementary School. And Portsmouth's going to go to Woodlake to do a little rematch of Johnston's senior night. Jair Blanco's going to throw an almost out to Nate. Nate's going to just make the error dropping the ball, which happens. He's young. He's going to have time to fix those mistakes. And I don't think that Richard Grenier can be anything but happy right now. This is a huge round one win.
Any coach can find a reason to not be happy, but he is 99% happy right now. I'm telling you, having known him for years. I mean, this team is doing well. You just hope that your guys get enough, your starters get enough reps, and your backups get enough reps.
It's very important to remember kind of the amount of pure offense that we saw today. Just impressive, to say the least. Martin go for a pickup, not him. And the East Greenwich and Johnston game is in the top of the 7th. 1 out for Johnston, and they have the bases loaded. Adamo is up to bat. No idea what his first name is in Division II playoff baseball, and they are in the opposing pod from us. East Greenwich being the one who barely took over the one from the Wizards. Even though the Wizards had the most wins, it's based off of RPI and who they beat. And Johnston being the winning a play-in game against Holgate 2-1. If you're just joining us from the top of the 5th, the younger underclassmen subs have come in for the Wizards with Lucas Martin on the mound. And it's going to be a ground ball hit to Blanco. Blanco is going to give it to Milburn. Milburn's going to make the play. Doesn't get the double play, though. And Lucas is going to signal 2 outs, and this could be the very last at-bat of the game. What can I say other than pure dominance from West Warwick? Getting out of here, getting with a good win, 18-0. So they Game Changer says 18. Off the track and see what the official score is. And St. Ray's is going to kind of make a late game stand. With trying to understand who that is. No idea who's on second base, who just made that hit. I will look on Game Changer. That's what I probably should be following. Smith. Carlos Smith, senior, hit a nice little double for himself. Martin. And this is it. Well, and the Wizards win 18-0, 17-0. I would have to track all the runs. I don't really feel like doing that. Game Changer says 18. Our scoreboard guy says 17. And the Wizards take a really great win. Highlighted by 2 Nick and Chow home runs. Highlighted by offense. Highlighted by great defense. Not really giving up many hits. I think they had like 3 hits all game. And West Warwick will advance on to play North Province. And North Province will come here on Thursday. Kent County will go to Lincoln at Salesville Elementary on Thursday. And we will be, with 321 Media, John Parenti and Eric White will be covering volleyball on Thursday. Or am I calling it? Really?
I have to get the details on that. It might be just us. It might be 3-2-1 as well. I'm not sure.
They told us that they told me when I went to softball they were calling it.
Okay, good.
Are you going to do it with John?
The more the merrier. No, I thought you were.
Yeah, I wanted to.
Yeah.
We can discuss what's going on, and I will
The post-game interview with Nick Anderchow will be upcoming in just a moment, so stay tuned.
And welcome back. We got a little post-game interview. Nick Anderchow. Let's talk about coming into this game. There's a lot of people saying in the baseball fan community that the All-State competition is pretty thin between you and reigning Gatorade Player of the Year, Brady Collins. Is there any thought on your mind? Should I try to do good to make All-State, or do you just care about winning the game?
No, I just want to do it for the team. Yeah, that's really it. Just want to do it for the team and keep winning games. Not really looking for personal awards. I want to get a championship.
That's a true team player win. 2 home runs today. Let's talk about it. You trot, you get the crowd going. Hey, let's go. Let's get some noise going. You light the fire in 2 different innings, 11 in the bottom of the first. Let's talk about that. When you're sitting in the dugout after that home run hit, you score the first RBI of the game. What's the thought? Let's just keep it going. Let's stop them.
Yeah, just keep putting runs on the board and keep putting good innings together. Just keep stringing together hits. That's about it.
And you guys will go on to face North Providence. Have you saw North Providence this year? How did that game go? Was it a loss, a win?
Yeah, we faced them at the beginning of the year. Sadly, one of our pitchers got injured, Jack Prue, at the beginning of the year. We've been missing them all season, but we did beat them in the beginning of the season in our first game.
And that was, your first home run that you hit that game?
Yeah, my first at bat of that game, I had a home run.
So let's talk about something, looking forward. Past North Providence, there is a very long and trivialized route to the state championship. Obviously, the goal, you were a team guy. You want to win the state championship.
Yeah.
I got to ask, how comfortable do you feel in a baseball jersey versus, the one piece for wrestling and the football uniform?
Baseball has always just been second nature for me. Ever since I started playing when I was younger, it's just natural for me. It's just been natural. That's about it.
And you've been someone that's seen the pure depth of this bullpen, and you've seen probably about 10 or 12 different pitchers. You've pitched some innings yourself.
Yeah.
Are you confident going into the playoffs with the bullpen being at full power and winning these games? How confident are you feeling?
I feel very confident. Definitely. We got our guys, and I believe in us.
I got a fun question to end it off. What's the plans for the summer?
Just baseball and working a couple jobs.
What do you think about
getting together with my friends about it?
What do you think about the junior class spoon game? What's that all about?
I think it's pretty interesting. I won't leak my target, but if you have me, then beware, because I'm ready.
And we wanted it off here. I want to give a special shout out to Mr. Anderchow, and we're gonna advance on to face North Providence coming here on Thursday. Unfortunately, we will not be here to cover that game. Eric White has passionately said he wants to see the boys' volleyball game on Thursday.
I don't have a choice.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
But hey, it's good. It's a good problem to have. And can I ask you a question? Is this the first game you've hit two home runs in your high school career?
No, this is my second game actually. At EWG, I had 2 home runs.
Excellent. Both this year.
Yes, sir.
Excellent. Fantastic, young man. Congratulations. Thank you very much. And for Mike Dennis and all of the crew, this is Eric White saying goodbye